Have you ever paused to ask yourself why something that felt so natural for decades suddenly begins to shift, even though you haven't made any drastic changes in the way you live? Many men over 50 find themselves in this very position, quietly frustrated that their body no longer responds the way it once did. Perhaps you have noticed it too. Your stamina isn't what it was, your recovery takes longer, or your energy during intimate moments feels different. These changes can be unsettling, and often they are kept hidden out of embarrassment. Few men feel comfortable speaking openly about them, even with their doctors. Yet they are far more common than most realize, and they do not mean that something is fundamentally wrong with you. They simply mean that your body is changing, and change is not the end of vitality. It is an invitation to adapt. I am Dr. Isabella Rae Jane, a practicing urologist who has spent more than a decade helping men navigate these very shifts. In my clinic, I see hundreds of men each month, and their stories are remarkably similar. They come in worried, sometimes ashamed, telling me they no longer feel as strong, that their erections are less reliable, or that their drive has faded. They fear decline, but what they are really experiencing is the natural process of aging. The body they have lived in for 50 or 60 years still works beautifully, but it asks for care in new ways. And when you learn to give it that care, you can not only maintain your health, but enhance it in ways you may not expect. Think of your body as a house you have lived in for half a century. The walls are still firm, the roof still shelters you, the foundation is solid. But the plumbing and wiring may not run quite as smoothly as before. Do you tear it down? Of course not. You maintain it, you upgrade it, you give it the attention it deserves. The same is true of your body. Hormones, circulation, and tissues change with time, and those changes require new approaches. Testosterone, for example, begins to decline gradually around the age of 30, usually by 1 to 2% each year. For years, the difference is hardly noticeable, but by the time you reach 50 or 60, you may feel it more clearly. Your circulation also shifts. Blood vessels that once expanded easily become a little stiffer, which slows the flow of blood to areas where it is most needed. Even the tissues of your body, from skin to muscle to vessels, become less elastic, just as the skin on your face might need more moisture than it once did. These changes do not mean something is broken. They are reminders that the systems which once ran effortlessly now need a bit more support. When you understand this, the solutions become clearer. Instead of seeing yourself as failing, you begin to see yourself as adapting. Your body is speaking to you, and the task is to listen. One of the first ways to do this is by paying attention to circulation. Blood flow is the foundation for everything. Your energy during the day, your focus at work, your stamina in the bedroom, even your mood and clarity of thought. Without healthy circulation, nothing functions at its best. The good news is that you do not need complicated workouts or medical interventions to improve it. Something as simple as walking with intention can make a profound difference. 10 minutes a day of mindful walking, standing tall, engaging your core gently, letting your breath fill low into your abdomen, acts almost like a massage for the vessels in your pelvis. Many of my patients report that this small adjustment makes them feel more awake and energized throughout the day, and over time it strengthens the very systems that support their most intimate health. Breath itself is another tool far too often overlooked. 3 times a day, pausing for just 2 minutes of slow, deliberate breathing can reset your nervous system and restore balance. Inhale through the nose for 4 counts, hold gently, and exhale through the mouth for 6. This activates the part of your nervous system responsible for relaxation and repair. When this system is engaged, your blood vessels dilate, your circulation improves, and your stress hormones subside. It may sound too simple to matter, but it is often the simplest habits that yield the deepest results when practiced consistently. Alongside circulation, there is another area that becomes increasingly important with age: hygiene. At first glance, hygiene might seem basic, almost trivial, but I cannot tell you how many men I treat whose discomfort stems from neglecting the way their skin has changed over time. The soaps that never bothered you in your 20s may now dry and irritate the skin, particularly in the genital area where the tissue is more delicate and contains fewer oil glands. Over time, this can lead to irritation, chafing, or even small tears that invite infection. The solution is not complicated. Switching to a mild, fragrance-free cleanser, using lukewarm water rather than hot, and patting dry instead of rubbing, can prevent many problems. Adding a fragrance-free moisturizer, even just a small amount, may feel unusual at first, but it keeps the skin barrier strong and prevents irritation. These steps take less than 2 minutes, yet they can spare you weeks of discomfort and protect your long-term health. Nutrition is the third key to supporting your body as it adapts. Most men underestimate the power of what they put on their plate each day. Hydration, for instance, plays a critical role in circulation and energy. Starting each morning with a full glass of water replenishes what you lost overnight and sets the stage for better blood flow throughout the day. Drinking another glass about 30 minutes before each meal not only aids hydration, but also supports digestion and helps regulate appetite. Paying attention to the color of your urine is a simple way to know if you are on track. Light yellow means you are well hydrated. Dark yellow means your body is asking for more. Beyond water, food itself can either work for you or against you. Adding even one serving a day of circulation-supporting foods, nuts, berries, dark chocolate, or leafy greens, feeds your blood vessels the compounds they need to stay flexible and resilient. You do not need to give up everything you love, you only need to add what helps. Timing also matters. Many men eat their heaviest meal at dinner, but the body processes food more efficiently earlier in the day. Shifting your largest meal to breakfast or lunch, and keeping dinner lighter supports energy, sleep, and circulation all at once. Imagine what a typical day might look like if you brought these habits together. You wake in the morning and drink a full glass of water. You step outside or around your home for a mindful walk, breathing deeply and engaging your core. Afterward, you shower with a gentle cleanser, pat dry, and apply moisturizer. You feel more awake, more grounded, more ready for the day ahead. At mid-morning, you pause for 2 minutes of slow breathing, repeating the practice in the afternoon. At lunch, you add a serving of greens or berries, and in the evening you keep your meal lighter, followed by another short breathing exercise before bed. None of this requires dramatic change, expensive supplements, or hours of time. It simply requires consistency. And within a few weeks, most men begin to notice real shifts. Steadier energy, more restful sleep, improved confidence, and even better markers when they visit their doctor. Of course, no one follows a routine perfectly every day. You will forget a walk, skip a glass of water, or grab a heavier dinner sometimes. That is life. The point is not perfection, it is persistence. Missing a day does not undo your progress. What matters is returning to the routine the next day and allowing consistency to build momentum. If you find it daunting to do everything at once, start gradually. Focus on one change in the first week, add another in the second, and by the third week you will find the entire rhythm in place almost naturally. Link these new habits to things you already do. Take your walk after morning coffee, practice your breathing while waiting for the kettle to boil. Moisturize after every shower. Small anchors like these make new habits stick. The beauty of this approach is that it treats your body not as something broken to be fixed, but as something strong to be supported. The goal is not to chase youth, but to embrace this new season of life with wisdom. When you listen to your body's needs and respond with intention, you discover that vitality does not end at 50. It evolves. You may not feel the same as you did at 20, but you can feel steady, powerful, and deeply connected in ways you never did before. So the next time you notice a change in your energy or performance, remember that you are not failing. You are adapting. Your body is not betraying you. It is speaking to you. And when you meet it with patience, respect, and consistency, the rewards ripple through every part of your life. You carry more energy into your work, more confidence into your relationships, and more peace into your sense of self. Aging is not about decline. It is about learning how to live wisely within the body you have. And the best time to begin that process is not tomorrow. It is today, with one small intentional choice that honors the man you are becoming.